Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How's everyone doing? Good. And wherever I go around the world, I always do the following. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. All right. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your feet. The moral of the story is, don't be so happy that you miss instructions. So, before I continue, my name is Oni Enyado. I want to go way back in the beginning. So what I like to do, can everyone bring out their phones? We're going to do a quick spiritual experiment. Everyone bring out their phones. I want to connect with every single one of you, but obviously I can't go individually. So I'm going to give you my name. Please let's connect on LinkedIn, take some pictures and videos, etc. So ONYI-ANYADO. I'm going to say it two more times. ONYI on LinkedIn, ANYADO. ONYI.
Is it the only LinkedIn?
Yeah, and then Insta as well. ANYADO. And for the last time, ONYI, ANYADO, and Instagram ONYID777, as in James Bond. Instagram ONYID777. Yes, as in James Bond. In this case, I'm James Black. So LinkedIn, it's ONYIANYADO. So a little quick story. There was a young man from the streets of East London, Hackney, East London. I know we've got some international guests. He was born and raised in a 2.4 family. His mom, his dad, his sister, and himself. Unfortunately, at a very early age, his dad left. So for the majority of his childhood years, it was just him, his mom, and his sister. He went through the traditional route of school, college, university. Unfortunately, when he got to university, he began living a particular life called the street life. Now, it wasn't really gangs, but it was just young men on the streets of East London up to no good. Unfortunately for this young man, he got 6 of his friends got murdered. He not only got shot dead, and he went to prison twice, so you can imagine. So fast forward now, 2024, this young man is now a global leadership speaker, a corporate trainer, and a futurist, and that young man is me. Yes, and I'm still young too, yeah. So I've lived a very interesting life. My legacy and my life story is titled From Detention to Distinction. So I believe I'm living my legacy and leaving my legacy. So for the short time I have, I've got 4 hours with you. I've got 5 minutes with you guys. I just want to speak about what's your leadership distinction? Living and living your legacy. But what actually is leadership? We've had some fantastic speakers. We're going to have some major, more important speakers, and every single one of us are leaders. So in 2015, over the last how many years, I created the 3 pillars of the Yardstick 21st Century Leader. How many pillars? 3. All right, so you're still awake. Pillar number 1, please. In 2015, I said the following. Leadership isn't about age, but rather leadership is about influence, impact, and inspiration. Leadership isn't about age, but rather leadership is about influence, impact, and inspiration. So it's not how old you are, or how young you are, or how long you've been in your industry or organization. Leadership is about influence, impact, and inspiration. Question, Tupac said it best, even a genius asks his questions. Before you can influence, impact, and inspire your team, your family, your tribe, the world, who's the first person you have to influence, impact, and inspire? Yourself. Pillar number 2, please. You know when you go to Primark, say cashier number 2, please. Pillar number 2, in 2017 I said the following. Distinction in leadership isn't about me, myself, and I. Distinction in leadership is about him, her, and us. Distinction in leadership isn't about me, myself, and I. Gimme, my name is Jimmy. Any Jimmys in here, by the way? Okay, yeah. Good. sorry, not you.
I used to be Jimmy.
So distinction in leadership isn't about me, myself, and I. Distinction in leadership is about him, her, and us. So as leaders, we have to be legacy-minded. You know, when famous people die, we say he left a legacy or she left a legacy. Guess what? Dear leaders, do you know you don't have to be dead to leave a legacy? So my legacy is from detention to distinction. I've set up a foundation. I'm feeding hundreds of people across Nigeria. I'm going to be supporting a couple food banks starting next year. But also as a corporate trainer and leader, I'm serving people. So I'm living my legacy and leaving my legacy. Many more disruptions are coming across the world 2024 and beyond. So we now have to be not just resilient, but we have to be legacy minded. So distinction in leadership isn't about me, myself and I. Distinction in leadership is about him, her and us. Last pillar, distinction in leadership isn't a mindset. Distinction in leadership is a state of mind. And by the way, this is not Chat GPT, this is all my insight. Just for the record, so, you know, it's mine. It's all mine, man, it's all mine. Distinction in leadership isn't a mindset. Distinction in leadership is a state of mind. As I mentioned, since 2020 birthed a new order of disruption. We saw with COVID, we saw with cost of living crisis, we saw with Ukraine and Russia, blah, 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 etc., etc. But as leaders, we have to realize that it's not a mindset. What was relevant 5 years ago might be irrelevant now. And as the world is turning, we're coming to 2030, it's important that we begin to know how to pivot, how to be agile, and how to now think about the future that's already started. Raise up your hands if you're excited. I'm excited about life. Oh, yeah. I'm so excited. And I have to apologize. I was in a rush today, so these are my pajamas, so I couldn't wear anything nice, so that's why I'm so excited. So these are my pajamas. Sorry, I'm so sorry. But I'm excited. It's about making impact. And with the global village more smaller and it getting more local, now is the time. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? In 2024 and beyond, you're either going to be a voice or you're going to be a noise. You're going to be a voice. No. You're going to be a voice or you're going to be a noise. That's what it's going to come down to. So, and you don't need any permission to speak out. You don't need any permission to add value. So I really want to challenge you as I round up now that you've understood now the 3 pillars of distinction in leadership. Pillar number 1, please. Leadership isn't about age, but rather leadership is about influence, impact, and inspiration. Distinction in leadership isn't a mindset. Distinction in leadership is a state of mind. And distinction in leadership isn't about me, myself, and I. Distinction in leadership is about him, her, and us. So it's about having a community, common unity, come in unity. I love words. Words are powerful. So I always want to challenge us when we go. I mean, I spoke to people from America, from wherever. I mean, I'm like, wow, this is an international gathering. International gathering of eagles and leaders. So we have to realize that the global villages are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So it's not about being selfish, it's about being selfless. And when you're selfless, guess what? You can now deliver, you can live and leave your legacy. So wouldn't it be great when you go to wherever you are around the world, in 6 months, in 12 months, in 1 year, people will say, wow, she's leaving her legacy, she's living her legacy. He's living her legacy, he's living her legacy. For me, I'm living my legacy and I'm leaving my legacy. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been a thank you, wonderful audience. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Any questions before I go? Any questions? Any questions? Okay, and that was just the intro. Let's get to the meaty part. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You were brilliant.
Thank you.
Hi, Eddie. We now call you to the stage. Next on stage is Ed. Eddie.